Unit 1, page 13. A tour of Dublin.
Hello, listeners. This is Travel Hour on FM4 Radio. With us in the studio is Patricia McConnell, a guide for Dublin walking tours. She's here to tell us about her favourite walking tour in Dublin. Good morning, Patricia.
Good morning, and thank you, Tim. You asked me to talk about my favourite walking tour in Dublin. Well, it's definitely the historical walking tour. I think this tour gives visitors a taste of Dublin's rich history from the time of its rule under the British to Irish independence. The tour starts at Trinity College, which is at the heart of Dublin city centre, and is led by students who study history at Trinity. They are very knowledgeable and friendly.
Isn't it true that Trinity is a beautiful old college?
Yes, it's the oldest college in Ireland and was built by the British over 400 years ago. The tour begins with a walk around the grounds. The guide explains a bit about the buildings. Unfortunately, visitors aren't allowed to enter any of them because that would disturb the students. One of the highlights is the library, which has 5 million printed volumes. There are collections of journals, manuscripts, maps and music that go back over 400 years. The most famous item in the library is the Book of Kells, which is an illustrated manuscript written by monks over 1,200 years ago. Dubliners consider it their finest treasure.
That's amazing.
Yes, it is. But this is just the first stop. From Trinity, the tour goes across the road to an old building, which is a bank.
Why? Is this building special?
Yes. Today the building is the headquarters of the Bank of Ireland, but actually it used to be the old Irish Houses of Parliament. The building was built about 300 years ago, and this is where the Irish governed their country. In 1801, the British, who ruled Ireland at that time, decided that Ireland would be ruled from London. They put an end to the Irish Parliament, and the building was sold to the bank.
Does the tour go inside?
Yes, visitors can see the room where the Irish Parliament used to meet.
And what about Dublin Castle? Does the tour go there too?
Oh, of course. Actually, Dublin Castle is just a 5-minute walk from the bank and is the last stop on the tour. The castle is made up of various buildings from different times in history. The oldest one is a tower, which was part of the original medieval castle that was built over 800 years ago. The British used the castle for over 700 years until 1922, when Ireland gained independence. Some of the rooms have even been preserved with their original furniture.
What is the castle used for now?
It has Irish government offices and it's used for important ceremonies. For example, when Queen Elizabeth of England came to visit Ireland a few years ago, a huge dinner in her honour was held in the castle.
How long does the whole walking tour take?
It's supposed to take 2 hours, but it often takes more like 3. However, in my opinion, it's well worth it. It gives visitors a real feel for Dublin's history.
Well, listeners, our time is nearly up. Thank you, Patricia, and our listeners for joining us. Next week on Travel Hour is rafting in the Pyrenees. See you then.